live a boring fucking life. For me, a good day's food and exercise. I live a boring fucking life. Stuck on my phone until it hurts my eyes. I live a boring goddamn life. I see why everybody's getting high. I live a boring fucking life, and there is no way out until I die. How did I get stuck here? How did I? How did I get stuck here? How did I? January day 22, I guess. I was going to use this one for tomorrow, and I made one yesterday for today, but I like this one more, so I'm going to post this today, and maybe I'll post yesterday's tomorrow. Anyway, let's dive right into the thing. We got just a bunch of vocals. I did doubles and didn't melodyne them because I kind of like the sloppy sound of it. I live a boring fucking life. For me, a good day's food and exercise. I feel like not tuning them and making them sound perfect was kind of the move here for the vibe of the thing. So I've got 3 stacks of those. I've got doubles all the way through, and then in the chorus I have doubles plus a harmony. How did I get stuck here? How did I? In the chorus, I have the lead vocals being sent to an echo that turns on. It's just a half note echo, 12% wet. It's got OTT and wider and an EQ shape like this on it, and then a compressor which is sidechained from the vocals themselves to push them down while the vocals are happening, which is why you can't hear them at all when the vocal's happening, and then they come up after. How did I get stuck here? How did I? So they're really being crushed by the original vocal. And on top of that, we've got these vocal stacks, which are doing an A major chord and a G major chord, which is the harmony for the whole song. Those are running through a bus with an EQ on it to lower everything below about 1K, just because it was taking too much space up. We've got Echo Boy on both of them. We're using this as a chorus. And I find that chorus is never enough. Like, I really want a chorusy sound when I go for a chorus, and it's usually like a pretty weak effect. So I have 2 instances of Echo Boy. Problem solved. I have an OTT to bring up some of the high frequency stuff. And then I've got a compressor here coming from the kick. And I've got a track spacer here coming from the vocals, so that they're being pushed out of the way by the vocals and the kick. So that when the kick happens, you feel a little bit of a pulse, and when the vocals happen, you get frequency range space for them. We've got an M1 with time on it again. It's just like an E-piano sound. And a sample delay for the Haas effect to make it sound wider so it's out of the way of the vocals. Fucking life. Stuck on my phone until it hurts my eyes. Stupid. Okay, bass underneath that, we've got the slap and thump again, but there's like different velocities that you can use with the slap and thump, obviously. And so I'm using like a lower velocity. If we were to turn it up, you really get that like Seinfeld style thing, but I'm using one just below that for a slightly more muted version of itself. And under it, I've got a sub, which is a contacts instrument. Oh, Jesus. The Sub-Zero 808. The Akron 808, I like this sub. Could use anything, but I use this one. Yeah. Before we get onto the drums, let's just handle some of the leads at the end of the song. We've got a real shiny, like synth pop 80s style one, just doing a little melody. Which is Serum. And then we've got this other one doing a faster, sort of almost arping melody. Now the first lead is being sent to bus 21, which has no output, and then that's being received by a compressor on the second ARPing lead. So when the first one happens, it pushes the second one out of the way. Let's turn off that compressor and hear it without, and then hear it with. Now let's hear it with. So you can hear that lead is being pushed out of the way, and then it comes back. And that's just like a space-saving thing, because leads take up a lot of space, especially when they're layered with vocals. All right, let's look at the drums. What do we have for drums here? Lewis Futon kick with Camel Crusher on it, being sent to bus 1, which is my sidechain bus all the time. Oliver claps from the Power Tools thing. Jack U hats from their sample pack. I'm using a hi-hat there. And that's the main beat that sounds like this. And that goes pretty much throughout. After 2 full passes, we add in a cymbal from my my first Prime Loops kit. And then for the last section, we're keeping the cymbal. We're adding, from the J-Lin sample packs, we're adding an open hi-hat for slice. I call it a slice off the start of a section. And then we've got the Oliver Lin drum for some extra snare. And that's about the size of it. That's the whole thing. How did I get stuck here? How did How did I get stuck here? How did And that's January like 22. Yeah.